So today I'm going to be reviewing the IL Makiage Age and Redness Control Soothing Primer Treatment. Right now I don't currently have any makeup on. Skin makeup, I should say. I do have my eyebrows done and my eyeshadow on. The only two products that I currently have on my face is this face cream and my hyaluronic acid, which I've already prepped my skin because for this you're supposed to use it as your last step before makeup. This is what the package looks like. And if you open it up, it looks like this. I will say it's pretty aesthetic, looks nice, comes in a nice bottle. However, I will say it's kind of light. Like, I don't think there's that much product in here if I'm being honest. And if you like look super closely, you can see that like there's obviously an outer edge. I don't know how you would describe that, but you can see that the product is only like probably like a small little tube inside. It's not that much product. It's pretty light, so I don't think you're getting that much for your money if I'm being honest. I think this retails for like $56, something around that price point. So I'm kind of curious to see like, is it worth $56 or could you spend your money elsewhere? Personally, I think $56 is pretty high for a primer, but we all choose what we think is worth it, right? And I know you guys have all seen like those ads that come up when you're watching like a Snapchat or a YouTube video or whatever it is. You've all seen these ads for all their products, IL Makiage. I'm not saying it doesn't work, I don't know yet, but sometimes the ads just kind of seem like too good to be true. Like it seems like it's a miracle when maybe it's just a normal product and it doesn't actually give you that miracle that they're advertising. So this did come with like a little card, but I kind of threw it out already. But I did take a screenshot of it, so I'll read it quickly for you guys. So it says, bring out the secret weapon, Power Camo, Age and Redness Control Soothing Primer Treatment. It has azelaic acid, centella, I can't read these words, centella, asiatica, and bakuchiol. I don't know. I'll just put it on screen. It says it combats redness. Green pigments instantly neutralize the lack of redness for a quick fix that can be worn alone or under makeup. Soothes and calms. Powerful natural antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties. Promote a more balanced and even look with continued use. It says it primes and preps. Skin perfecting formula creates a smooth canvas for makeup. Blurs the look of fine lines and extends wear time. And then on the other side of the card, it said, this is how to use. Use as the last step in your skincare routine. Blend a small amount into your skin, focusing on red areas and more as needed. Wear alone or apply as a primer before makeup. Let fully dry and absorb before applying makeup. So we'll do that. It says instant results. Powerful ingredients, gentle for daily use, vegan, enhances makeup, cruelty-free. I'm not going to read all the ingredients because there is quite a few on the back. However, I guess the good thing is it does not have fragrance, at least for me, because I personally am allergic to fragrance, especially like if it's from like skin to skin contact with fragrance. It usually makes me break out, so I will say that's a pro so far. Now this is my skin up close. As you can see, I'm having a lot of breakout right now. I haven't been getting sleep. My diet's been kind of bad lately because I've been like eating fried foods and just not the best foods, but I will say like even when I do eat healthy, I am prone to breakouts because my skin is really sensitive, and I also have like, I don't know, my hormones are all out of whack, and I always break out. I've always broken out no matter what, but that's a topic for another time. My forehead is usually pretty good. Right now it's blurring. I'm trying to show you guys like without the blur effect, but I do have like a few pimples here, but I don't usually get too much breakout on my forehead. It's mostly like on my cheeks. This side's a little bit more clear than my left side right now, because I do tend to prefer to sleep on my left side. I have a lot of breakout down here, so I'm gonna see if this will actually cover it or not. Maybe I'll insert photos of before and after as well, and I'll try to like show you guys up close. Like, we'll put it on this half of my face and we'll just see if it does anything. So it's like a green color that's supposed to help with the redness, and on my hand it's like this. It does say to let it dry before applying makeup, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this left side of my face, and then I will look at it to see if there's a difference, and then also like put makeup on half of this side and makeup on this half without this, and see if like, is there a difference or not. So I'm gonna put it on. I'm just gonna like rub it into my skin. I don't know, are you guys seeing results yet? Blending it. I do think that it might help with redness, only because of the color. I don't think it's gonna be a miracle if I'm being honest with you, but I do think I think it'll help with the redness and potentially like kind of like filling in like the large pores that I have around my nose, but I don't think it's gonna be a miracle. At least like it's not gonna look as good as like how you see on this ads where they put it on and then all of a sudden like, oh my god, their skin is just like glowing and looks, all the acne's covered up and all their pores are completely gone. Like, yeah, I don't really see that happening. I'll apply it to like half of my chin, and it is creamy. It feels nice, I guess I will say. No problems with that. It doesn't feel like weird or anything. It's not like tangling. Goes on pretty smooth, as I would expect from a primer. Also want to state that I am not a makeup professional or a skin expert. This is just solely like my opinion of how it works. It could very well work differently for different people, and everyone's gonna always have their separate opinions. This is just like what I think of the product, especially because, I mean, as you saw, my skin is problematic. So at least you can get like a perspective of someone who actually has acne and not like perfect skin, putting these products on to show you if it actually makes a difference or not, at least from a view perspective. Again, it might react differently to your skin depending on your skin type, because everyone's skin type is different, but I don't know, we'll just see. Are you guys noticing like an immediate difference? Maybe like I'll have to like look back at the footage to see like if there is a difference, but I feel like maybe it helped with the redness. Again, not a miracle product, right? But I guess like if we go up close, if it focuses, okay, it won't focus, but if we go like this side doesn't have anything and this side does. Like, is there a difference? Because I don't think there's like a huge difference. I think like before I put it on I had probably more redness, but as for like huge difference, I don't think there's a huge difference, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know, you guys let me know, like, is there a difference or not? I don't think there is a huge difference, like I said, but I do think it maybe helped a little bit with redness. It does say to wait. I think I'm gonna put more on, I don't know. I feel like I put a lot on though, and like I feel like because the bottle's so light and it doesn't seem like there's that much product, I think it's like 0.84 floor ounces, but I'm not sure if that's like, that might just be like the weight of everything together, not just like, not the quantity, or sorry, not the measurement of the actual product itself. But I'm gonna put more on, and then we will wait, because it does suggest to obviously wait a little bit for it to fully be dry to put makeup. Okay, so I switched to my phone camera, so yeah, my camera ran out of space and I don't have an extra SD card, so we're just gonna switch to my phone, which might be better anyways because you guys can kind of see it, because like my camera has like a blurring effect that I have to figure out how to turn off, and my iPhone doesn't. As you guys know, with iPhones it'd be showing all your flaws to the max. Like, I don't know if you guys like have ever taken like a photo or video on your camera and then you look in the mirror and you're like, dang, because it's like really like, it really pops out like on the iPhone. Anyways, we're gonna film the rest of the review on my phone. But pretty much, like, as I said, this side has the primer and this side doesn't have the primer. Although like this side, like I said, it's more clear, at least here on this side of my face, than it was over here. Like, I had more breakout here. So far, I will say, like I said, I think the only difference that I've noticed is that maybe it helped with the redness on this side, and it has like a slight like blurring effect, but you can see for yourself. Like, I don't really notice like a huge difference. I will say, like, I think it would be a good primer because it does go on smooth and it does help a little bit with redness, but do I think the price justifies it? I don't think so. Like, in my opinion, it's a good primer, decent primer, makeup primer, but is it like a one step, you know, like, oh, wear without makeup? I mean, it depends on your skin type, right? Like, if you have like nice skin already and you don't have like acne prone skin or like things you want to cover up, then yeah, you could probably wear it just like as an everyday, like, kind of like soothe the redness. But I mean, for us girlies who have like, you know, acne prone skin or like hyperpigmentation marks and things like that, like, you're definitely not going to be able to use just this if that's the look you're going for, at least. So it should be fully dry now on the left side of my face where the primer is. Again, it did suggest to let it dry, which it is dry now. So I'm going to like put makeup on it, I guess, and see how it looks, because it is technically a primer. So I personally don't use a beauty blender or a brush because I have like a lot of hyperpigmentation, discoloration, acne, and I feel like when I use a brush or use a blender, I mean, everyone does what works for them, but for me, my finger works better. Like, just make sure you wash your hands and your fingers are clean. But like, for me, I like to use my finger, because when I use a brush or a beauty blender, I feel like it takes the product off and it doesn't look as good for me, in my opinion. I don't know if that makes sense, like what I'm saying, but yeah. So I pretty much just put this, most of the time I just do like spot coverage and then I'll try to blend it a little bit, but for the sake of the primer, I'll just put like the product all over my skin to see how it lays on top of the primer. And I actually don't use foundation, although, like, I don't know if you guys have seen that, like, that meme or that, like, video, like, oh, I don't wear, like, those girls who say, like, oh, I don't wear foundation, I just wear concealer, like, pretty much as a foundation. Yeah, I wear concealer pretty much as a foundation. I cannot ever speak, and it's been a long time since I did a long form video. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah. So far, this is what it's looking like. The lighting is like fucking with me right now as well, but you can see the side. Usually, like, I do like one pass, and then this is becoming like a makeup tutorial. It's not meant to be a makeup tutorial. Don't worry, we're gonna like fully give our thoughts on this primer. I just want to see the full look of it on top of the makeup, or sorry, on top of the primer, like makeup on top of the primer, to see how it's gonna look. So my chin is always a problem area, I'm telling you guys. I mean, everyone's skin's different, but if you guys have any suggestions for like acne prone skin, I mean, what I do right now is like I've tried so many products. I've tried like so many, like name the product, I've probably tried it. For long term, I've tried like eating healthy for 1 year, which I will say, like, eating healthy it didn't like get rid of my acne, but it did help when I was doing it. I'm not doing it anymore because I just love burgers too much, but when I was eating like healthy, like more like vegetables, and like still like eating protein, like chicken breasts and lots of fruits, and like, you know, just nothing like frozen, like cooking my meals, and like took out dairy. I will say that did help, like in terms of like helping with my skin. Like I said, it didn't like stop me from breaking out. I would still break out because I think some of it is still like hormonal, and like I need to get that in check. I've tried taking probiotics long term. Nothing has completely gotten rid of my acne. Will I say that like those things helped? Yeah, for sure. Like it did lessen my acne, and it also like made my skin like look more alive, I guess. Like it gave me more of like a plump, young looking skin. But did it get rid of acne? No. But that's a topic for another time. But I don't know, you guys can let me know your thoughts and like what you guys have tried and stuff. But yeah, so this is how it is looking right now. This half of my face, can you even notice the difference? I honestly don't know, but this half of my face has no makeup, just my skincare. And like I said, oh, another thing on top of that, like I use really good, or at least I think are really good skincare products. I always look at all the ingredients to like anything I put on my face, because, you know, I have acne prone skin. But I pretty much just use like the CeraVe, I don't know which one it is, the CeraVe Acne Control Cleanser. And then I use my hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. And then I use the aromatic Comforting Calendula Juicy Cream, which is one of my favorites. It's so good. Has no fragrance. Like none of the stuff I use has fragrance in it. Which surprisingly, a lot of skincare has fragrance in it. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, because I think like for most people, some people might not break out from fragrance. You might break out from like a different ingredient. But if you're like acne prone, maybe look into that, because you might be allergic to fragrance. And a lot of products on the market, makeup and skincare, even Korean skincare, has fragrance in it, and that might be part of the reason why you're breaking out. Obviously, it's probably a mixture of a lot of things, like in my case, but it could be a contributor. So I'm sure like a lot of you know that, but if you don't, something to think about. Sometimes to cover my spots, I'll put like the concealer on the spot, and I'll just let it like sit for a little bit before blending it, because if I blend it like right away, it'll be like I pretty much did nothing. I kind of let it get like a little, I don't know what's the word to use. I want to say tacky, but not tacky. Like I don't know. It just works better if you let it sit in that spot you want to cover for a little bit before you blend it in. Like if you're doing like a second pass and like spots. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let it like sit. And then I'm going to blend it out. Blend that piece in. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I could probably do a better job at blending, but I do the best I can, and it works for me. So side by side, this half of my face has the primer and the concealer blended in. This half of my face has nothing still. So I don't know. Is there a difference? Like, looking in the mirror, I can tell, I will say, it looks, like, the primer does the priming job. I will say that. Like, it looks decent, at least, like, in the mirror. Like I said, is there a huge difference? No. Still no. But, you know, why don't we put the concealer on the right side of my face too, and then we can compare like the side with primer and makeup to the side with no primer and makeup and see if there's a huge difference or not. So I'm gonna do the same thing and I guess put it all over my face and kind of see like if there's a big difference. I'm gonna use this mirror so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is kind of like why I don't really do like long form videos that much anymore, because it is really time consuming and I do still work full time, as everybody does, most people do. So I mean, it's not just like the time thing. I think it's also like, I'm a yapper, you know? Like, I like to talk. I've just never shut up, so I feel like my videos always like end up being really long because I'm just yapping. And y'all are probably like, I'm here to see a review, and here I am just yapping. But it is what it is. I mean, like I always say, everyone has a choice. I'm all about choice. Everyone has a choice to view what they want to view, to dislike what they want to dislike. You know, not everyone's gonna like you, not everyone's gonna agree with you. That's just how life goes. And I don't expect people to, because I mean, I surely don't always agree with everyone either. I have so much makeup on right now. I mean, I think it's a lot of makeup. Like, this is why, like, I know you hate to hear it. You're gonna be like, you hate to fucking hear it, but this is why, like, I don't usually typically put it all over my face unless I'm really trying to, like, go out and cover everything. Then yeah, of course, from time to time I will, but like usually if I'm just like grabbing something at the grocery store or something, I just do like a spot coverage. I don't like slather it everywhere like how I am now, because I also, which contributes to my breaking out, I also like have a bad habit of picking at my skin, or like, I don't know, like when things are on my skin, it just bothers me. Like I accidentally wipe it, or like, I don't know what I'm yapping about, but if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But I just don't like the feeling of having like a lot of like skin stuff on, because it feels like, it just doesn't feel comfortable. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I didn't really blend everything perfectly, but here we are with a full face of makeup, and I don't know if there's a huge difference between the sides. Yeah, not seeing a huge difference. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Like, this side is the side with the primer and the concealer. This side is just my concealer, and I don't really see like a huge difference. Like I said, I think the primer works nice in the sense that, like, I think it kind of helps with redness a little. Like, I will say it helps with redness, and it goes on smooth, and it has like a slight, but not much, a slight like blurring effect. But you can see the difference for yourself. I mean, I don't know, unless I'm tripping when I like edit this back. It's like, oh, like maybe there's a difference. But initially, like, I don't really see a huge difference between using this primer versus not using a primer on this side. Like, I don't know. Here's the side with just concealer, no primer. And here is the side with primer before putting on this concealer, the IL Makiage primer and the concealer. And I don't see like huge differences. So my overall thoughts on this primer is that, okay, yes, primer is not just to see like an immediate difference. It can also be to just have your makeup lasting longer, which, I mean, we're filming this now, so I don't really know. Like, maybe it will make a difference in terms of like keeping it lasting longer, having a smoother application. But my overall thoughts on this primer is still that, one, it's not that much product. I know the bottle looks big, but it's really light, you guys. It's really light. You can see that it's, you know, not the whole bottle, which is fine, but that's just the reality of it. It's not that much product. It is pretty expensive. Like I said, everyone chooses what they want to spend their money on. If you are someone who wants to spend money on primer, this primer, then so be it. If it's me, I personally think it's a little too high for the price. Does it work as a primer? Yes, I would say it works as a primer. It helps with redness. It has a slight blurring effect, but not that big of a blurring effect. But on the other side, do I think that it's worth $56? No, I don't. And do I think it is as good as it looks in the ads? No. That's just my honest opinion. That's just my honest opinion. Does it still work? Yes, but does it work at like, is it a miracle? No, but I mean, yeah, nothing is a miracle, but you know what I mean. Like when you're seeing those ads and it's like, oh, all of a sudden like all their redness is gone. Oh, they're claiming like, oh, they can just wear this without anything else, and it's like made such a huge, looks like it makes such a huge difference. It's super blurring, blurs out all their pores and all their redness and all that, etc., etc. Do I think it's that? No. Personally, no. Do I think it helps a little bit? Yes. And do I think it's worth the money? Again, no. I don't think it's worth the money. But if you still want to try it out, I mean, you're your own person. Do what you want to do. Will I be purchasing this again? Probably not, but since I have it, I'm probably going to use it because I have it. I have yet to notice if it's going to make me break out more or less, so in terms of that aspect, I don't know. Also, like I said, I don't know. I have yet to see if it helps my makeup last longer or not, because this is the first time I'm trying it, so I would have to wait like at least like end of day to know if that is another selling point, I guess, for this item. So this is my makeup after 6 hours. I don't really necessarily think that the side with the primer, which is the left side, looks better than the right side without the primer or made it last longer or anything like that. I still think they both look the same on both sides. Do I think the bottle looks pretty? Yeah, I think it looks pretty. But yeah, overall consensus, like I don't think it's worth $56. The good thing though, I guess, with them is that you can, I think they have like a trial thing where you can try it, and then if you don't like it, you can return it. So there's that. Like if you still want to try it, at least you can just try it first and not actually buy it. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it besides like it's okay. Like that's my opinion. Like it's okay. It's not the worst, not the best. A little pricey. I don't know. That's what I think. If you guys have tried this specific product from IL Makiage, again, this is the Age and Redness Control Soothing Primer Treatment. If you guys have tried this as a primer, like let me know what you guys think, how it's worked for you guys. Maybe there's some different opinions out there. I don't know. If I were to say another pro about it, I would say like the other pro is that at least from the ingredients list, it doesn't seem to have fragrance. So I guess if you're looking for a primer without fragrance, it could potentially be a good option. But again, I still think for the majority of it, you could find a cheaper primer without fragrance for a better price, in my opinion. So that is my final review on the IL Makiage Skin Age and Redness Control Soothing Primer Treatment. That's the full name of it. Yeah, that's what I think, and I will see you guys in the next video.